back for Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today I'm going to be giving an update on NIO, one of the many stocks that I have here on the channel. It gets a lot of requests. This one got it on Twitter today with a high voted percentage. So make sure you watch as well my other DD in the description, and I'll attach it to the very end on my longest term view of NIO. Without further ado, make sure you subscribe and like and share this video if you like it at the very end, and let's get to it. I'm going to be sharing two good news at the very end for this stock. So first things first, we're going to be doing the technical analysis here. You get to see on the 1 month, 1 day. The MACD here has turned a bit bearish. Now, it still does have a little bit until the next session to correct itself, but it signals a little bit of a red trend. Going into around $1,000,000 you get to see that the stock was highly oversold, and right now it's sitting at a neutral. The average directional index is, though, a little bit lower. It's getting into where more comfortable part where we like it around 45. Below 45. You can see the 200 SMA and the 50 SMA still under the price of the stock. The stock is within the trading action zone, so here you can expect a lot of reversals happening, both good and bad. But from what I see this time, hopefully it's actually a good reversal, since it kind of reached down and reversed already on the red, so it's already on a bullish kicker. Going in, you see the 10 SMAs above the 30 EMA. Let's go quickly into a 1 hour perspective. So going in towards the 1 hour perspective, you get to see that MACD here has been very stable and positive. It looks like it's not ending this kind of trend anytime soon. The average directional index suggests that there is a beginning of a new trend, which is positive. Although the $1,000,000 puts this one highly overbought all day. So I'll mention why that is in a bit. The momentum here is incredibly high, so that might be a good news. Different indicators really merged in the pre-market. And you get to see here something that is very interesting happen has been the golden cross for the stock. The stock is trading above the VWAP. And what you have here is the 10 SMA touching the 30 EMA, which is signals for where breakouts or reversals can happen. And we get to see right now that the 30 EMA is below the 10 SMA once again, which is good news for us. Going in right now in terms of different moving averages, you get to see the CN here line indicates the moving average, and you get to see the stock is finally touching in with that moving average, and the moving average is catching upwards, so that's good news for us. Moving on towards the charts, you get to see here in blue, this is the Tesla charts, so we're comparing it here with Tesla. And what you get to see here is that even this one here caused by Goldman Sachs downgrading their view on it, and it kind of had a great dip, while Tesla was basically on a little bit on a level, a balanced level, and it did catch up today in terms of Tesla's indicator, so it really matched up in terms of that level. Now let's try to look in terms of different trend lines and indicators. So going quickly onto the trend line, we'll try to draw this trend line here. You can see that it did break it with that Goldman Sachs news, but it did catch up back up with that trend. Now, the current trend line would sit somewhere like this because of what it broke, but I would still consider that it's still good news that it's actually above the previous trend line at this current moment, even though that kind of broke down. Moving on towards Fibonacci retracements quickly to identify supports and resistances that are currently sitting. You get to see that the current support is sitting in around 1265, and it is confirmed by the traditional levels. The current support as well after that is 1292. So you get to see that there's good news there. In terms of resistances, we see a resistance somewhere around 1354. Now let's quickly go on and take a quick look in terms of news. Not a lot of significant news here, except that the rival locally, XPeng, raises 500 million in the Chinese market, and that's good news, especially meaning that investors are looking for expansions in that EV market in China, where this mainly operates. So that is good news. That's definitely a good catalyst, even though it hasn't really, in my opinion, been priced yet, because it's moving more towards Tesla. So what's my play for this? My play for this is I want to check that the MACD actually turns to a positive reversal and doesn't go downwards. The second thing I want to do is I want to make sure it kind of stabilizes. Now, a really good price that I get to see here. In the future, if I want to flip it for a 20% or get in for long entry, I would definitely wait. If, for instance, it happens and we get a massive red day, I can see it go down to 1032 as a double bottom before it shoots back up. That's just my opinion. I'll definitely be alerting people on Twitter if I enter the stock. Thank you very much. Make sure you share, subscribe, and like. Let me know what you think about the stock down in the comments below. Don't forget to check my previous DD for this one, and have a good day.